Right, let's have a look at a few questions to do with exponents and trigonometry. Solve 25 to the power of x minus 3, 5 to the power of x minus 4. So the first thing you do is to observe this is a quadratic where 5 squared is 25. So 5 squared is 25 to the power of x minus 3 times 5 to the power of x minus 4 equals 0. This is like, I'll just rewrite it like a quadratic. Factorize this. And therefore k equals 4, or k equals -1. Now k is 5 to the power of x. So we can say 5 to the power of x equals 4, or 5 to the power of x equals -1. Now this one's not possible, you cannot have a negative number. So this one is possible, x will be the log of 4 to base 5. Question 3. Don't leave much space here. If I can, that's all right. So if I just get sine to the 3x minus pi over 12 equals, take the minus 1 across to be 1, take the times 2 across to be a half. Right, sine of what equals a half? Now in quadrant 1 and quadrant 3, sine is a positive. So we're dealing with sine of pi over 6 is a half. And sine of pi minus pi over 6 is a half. Okay, so we've got theta, pi minus theta, pi plus theta, and 2 pi minus theta, which is, we're just dealing with quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. Now, this bracket is going to be pi over 6 or 5 pi over 6. Looking at our x value is restricted to be between 0 and pi. Now that means 3 times our x value can be between 0 and 3 pi. And then 3x minus pi over 12 is going to be between negative pi over 12 and 3 pi minus pi over 12. And we're dealing with the range negative pi over 12 around 3 pi minus pi over 12. So we're dealing with quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. So we've got quadrant 1, quadrant 3, quadrant 1, and quadrant 3. So we're going to get 4 solutions on our first revolution and our second revolution. So 3x minus pi over 12 is going to equal, as we've already said, pi over 6 in the first quadrant, 5 pi over 6 in the second quadrant. And then the first quadrant on the second revolution, if I add 2 pi to pi over 6, so that's 13 pi over 6, and add 2 pi, so that's 17 pi over 6. Now if I plus pi over 12, if I plus pi over 12 here, I've got 2 pi over 12 plus 1 pi over 12 is 3 pi over 12. If I plus pi over 12 to 5 pi over 6, I've got 10 pi over 12, 11 pi over 12. If I plus pi over 12 to 13 pi over 6, I've got 26 pi over 12, 27 pi over 12. And then if I add pi over 12 to 17 pi over 6, 34, 35 pi over 12. Finally, we just divide each of these by 3. Therefore, x will be pi over 4 divided by 3 is pi over 12. 11 pi over 12 divided by 3 is 11 pi over 36. (27 pi over 12 divided by 3 is 27 pi over 36. That can be divided by 3. That's 9 over 12, 3 pi over 4. Okay, I'll just change that to 3 pi over 4. And last answer is 35 pi over 36. Okay, so there's our 4 solutions. I'll just underline them so that we can clearly see that it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice they're all between 0 and pi. Okay, none of those angles are bigger than pi. 3 marks for that one, and 3 marks for the first one. I hope this has helped. Until next time, stay happy.